Get down with the get down. I'm back, your self-proclaimed chef, and tonight we're elevating an easy weeknight meal with at-home poke bowls. It's clean, it's easy, it's simple, and you're gonna be able to do it too. Okay, before you guys join me, I was prepping some stuff for our poke bowls. I have some chopped up cucumber right here, chopped up pineapple because I like mine a little sweet, which is very authentic to a Hawaiian poke bowl. And I'm gonna continue chopping up my ingredients. I have a white onion here, I have a jalapeno, fresh cilantro, green onion. I also have an avocado and some lime. We're gonna marinate our fresh yellowfin tuna that was caught locally here in Florida. And then we're gonna compile our poke bowls. So I'm going to add a cup of organic sushi rice into my bowl, just a cup because it's just me and Jake. So I'm serving this for 2 people, so I'm just gonna use a cup. So typically you want about a half a cup of rice per person, and that's on the heavy side, but if you like rice, I won't steer you wrong. My water ratios are typically about 1 to 1, but really 1 to like 1 1/4. So just keep that in mind. We're gonna put a little bit of seasoned rice wine vinegar in here, and honestly, like a tablespoon, just for flavor. Tip number 2, I always add salt. Probably about a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna turn this on high because I wanna bring the water up to a boil, and then I'm gonna put the lid on top of it and I'm gonna set it to simmer. And the rice is gonna be done probably in about 10, 12, 15 minutes. So we'll just keep an eye on it. So hard to cut because I have nails. My nails are typically you wanna put your fingers like this, but I have nails, so it's just nails. And so I have to actually hold the onion. Pro tip, if you cut a little tiny part of the onion on the bottom side, it's gonna sit a little bit easier for you to slice your onions. Cut that in half, and I'm gonna set this in with my cucumbers. Okay, I can hear my water boiling behind me, so I'm going to put the top on my rice and I'm gonna bring it down to a simmer. I'm just gonna slice up these jalapenos. When you're the chef, you get to make it how you like it. Some of these I'm gonna leave over here and cut in half for topping. The rest of my jalapenos I'm going to place in the marinade with the fresh tuna. I'm gonna finish chopping everything that I need to while I have my cutting board out. So my green onion is for topping. Slice it in half. Fold it open. If you've never seen this done before, and you take the pit here and you stab your knife in it and it comes right out. Pro tip. I give some nice slices in here. Really easy, just so that way when we're ready to serve our poke bowls, we just scoop it right out. Fresh lime. This is gonna go on the fish. Wine break. We're gonna marinate our fish. To do that, we are going to use a little bit of toasted sesame oil, a lot of coconut aminos. Coconut aminos is my favorite from the coconut plant. They say coconut plant, which is so funny, but it literally is organic coconut blossom nectar, okay? So it's basically a healthier version of soy sauce, but I like to add a little bit of soy sauce just for flavor. And this is tamari, which is the Japanese version of soy sauce, if you didn't know. So, I got my fresh tuna here. Let's take a look at this beauty. Everyone loves a nice yellowfin tuna fillet. Fresh from Florida. Bam! Oh, look at that. Oh, and it's soft. It is soft. So you really want to dice the fresh tuna. This is so soft, it's like butter. This is what you want to see. See this? This is the close-up shot, babe. So soft, look at that. Okay. Still want a decent chunk of fish. I just cut through these fatty pieces. Sometimes I leave them out if they're too fatty and I know they're gonna be chewy. We feed them to the dogs. Oh, they like the tuna. You like the tuna. So I'm gonna take my gorgeously diced tuna. Yes, I just called tuna gorgeous. Now that we have our tuna diced and in our bowl with our jalapenos, I'm gonna add in some toasted sesame oil. This gives a nice, vibrant flavor to the tuna. I personally love toasted sesame oil, but not everybody enjoys it. I don't know how to explain food. I like food. It's in my head. I put it in the bowl. I know exactly what it's gonna taste like. And I know that toasted sesame oil is gonna add a delicious, nutty, oily sensation to my tuna, which is very lean, not fatty at all. It's gonna add this like slickness on your tongue that you're gonna want when you're combining all of these delicious ingredients together to make your poke bowl. Okay, next up, I'm adding my favorite coconut aminos. This is going in with our tuna. Honestly, generous amounts here, generous amounts. Just for flavor, we're adding a little bit of tamari or soy sauce. That's gonna add a nice saltiness. Because the coconut aminos isn't very salty, it's more on the sweet side. So that's why we add a little bit of this for the saltiness. We're gonna mix it up, we're mixing it. And with that, we're gonna squeeze some fresh lime juice on our tuna. We're mixing it up and it's looking fabulous. Fabulous, darling. To finish off my fish, I'm going to add a little bit of this Japanese spice blend that I have in my cabinet. It's a spicy seasoning mix and I just like the flavor of it, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna top it off with a little bit more black sesame seeds. I'm gonna let it sit here and marinate for at least 15 minutes. Our rice is almost done, but I wanna give this a little bit of time just to medley the flavors together and really infuse into the tuna. I'm gonna check this. We're checking the rice. We're checking the rice. Okay, don't put that in there. Oh God, she's a beaut. Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When your rice is good, it's good. Sometimes you have to make yourself laugh, you know? You can't take life too seriously. This is how I check to see if the rice is done, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I know the rice is done by touching it, for one. I know, especially sushi rice is stickier than normal rice, so it's literally gonna stick together. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but it's like sticking together, okay? And then I honestly just try a few of these. I just try this, and I can tell you right away if it's done or not. It's done. I don't know. You want sushi rice to be like a tad, al dente would be the Italian version of sushi rice. Or it's al dente rice. It's perfect. I feel like I'm just making myself look like an idiot on this show. I mean, I'm just being me. We're back on Bougie Chef. And we talk like this. And we only do bougie things in the kitchen. All right. Are you ready to get down with the get down? Why are you laughing at me? All right. Woo! All right, I'm turning my rice off. My rice is done. We are ready to compile our poke bowls. They're gonna be chef's kiss. Another easy, elevated weeknight meal. Poke bowls, man. Poke bowls. Okay. We have our rice here. Always fluff your rice before you serve it. This is very heavy. This is also very hot. So I'm actually gonna put my rice in the bowl And I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit because I don't wanna put my fresh raw tuna on top of steaming hot rice. Wine break. I have my sushi rice down in my bowl, and I'm gonna spoon out my avocado, some diced pineapple on the side, my cucumbers, and my white onion. I kind of like to sprinkle my white onion like all over because I really like that with the bites of the fish. Now I'm going to spoon my delicious fresh raw tuna right on top. Oh, and it's looking phenomenal. I can't even tell you how phenomenal this is looking. With that, I'm gonna add some fresh jalapenos and some fresh cilantro. Cilantro bay. Lastly, I'm going to garnish this with a little bit of pickled ginger. So I have my sushi ginger right here. I'm gonna spoon some out of here, and I like to just put a little bit on the side. And that's it for tonight's easy elevated weeknight meal. We're closing this out. Simple at-home poke bowls. You guys can do this too. I'm gonna give this a try, and I hope you subscribe so that way you get to see more recipes that I make in my home for you. That's delicious. Honestly, I gotta go. I gotta eat this. I wanna rock right now. I wanna rock right now. That's how we should. That should be the intro. Are you ready? Sushi rice!
You feel alive, let's hit the dance floor. Don't work too hard, might break a backbone. Return to the Mac, the king is back though. Corvette and cash, I never lack those. She saw the stone, you know how that go. Fatality, my diamonds that cold. Versace trunks, I hit my backstroke. Knock on the door, she at the back, bro.